For decades, Germany wasn't just a country. It was the engine of Europe, the backbone of the European Union, the world's manufacturing powerhouse, a nation that produced 1 out of every 10 goods on Earth. Precision, reliability, strength. But today, that engine is stalling. Germany's economy is shrinking. For the second year in a row, factories are slowing down, exports are falling, and for the first time in its 87-year history, Volkswagen is considering closing factories at home. Unemployment is rising, millions are out of work, and now the country stands on the edge of a third straight recession. But instead of retreating, Berlin is taking a risk, a massive one. 500 billion euros, the largest spending package in modern German history, worth nearly 15% of its entire economy. For a nation built on discipline, on never spending more than it earns, this is nothing short of a revolution. If this gamble works, it could revive not just Germany, but all of Europe. But if it fails, it could shake the foundations of the entire European economy. So how did Germany, the symbol of stability, end up here? Most wealthy countries evolve. They move away from factories towards services like finance and tech. But Germany didn't. Germany doubled down on manufacturing. Cars, machines, industrial goods, exported across the world. Nearly half of its entire economy depends on exports, far more than countries like the United States or the UK. Take the city of Wolfsburg, home to the largest car factory on Earth. A single site where over 60,000 people work, producing nearly 1 million vehicles every year. That one factory alone builds more cars than entire countries. This model made Germany rich, but it came with a dangerous flaw. It relied on one thing: the rest of the world keeping Germany in business. If global demand slowed, the entire system could collapse. Instead of preparing for that risk, Germany doubled down. In 2009, it introduced the debt brake, a constitutional rule limiting government borrowing. The message was clear: Germany would stay disciplined. And for a while, it worked. From 2010 to 2019, the economy boomed, growth surged, unemployment dropped below 5%. Germany became the financial anchor of Europe, the country everyone trusted. Then, everything changed. First came the pandemic. Global trade froze. Exports collapsed. Germany, so dependent on selling abroad, was hit harder than most. Factories shut down, production plunged. The economy shrank at its fastest rate since World War II. Just as recovery began, another crisis hit: Russian invasion of Ukraine. Germany lost something far more important than trade: energy. More than half its gas had come from Russia. Almost overnight, it disappeared. Energy prices exploded. Electricity costs surged. Factories couldn't afford to operate, not because demand vanished, but because power became too expensive. Germany's industrial core started to crack. Normally, governments respond to crises by spending big, like the United States did, injecting trillions into its economy. But Germany couldn't. Its own debt rules tied its hands. At the same time, trade tensions grew, tariffs loomed, defense spending demands increased. Germany was being squeezed from every direction. So in 2025, Germany did the unthinkable. It broke its own golden rule. The debt brake was abandoned, and the 500 billion euro gamble began. The plan is simple: spend big now to save the economy later. 300 billion euros on infrastructure, high-speed rail, digital networks, repairing aging bridges. Because beneath its reputation, Germany's infrastructure is falling apart. Another 100 billion euros goes into energy, wind farms in the North Sea, massive solar expansion. The goal: cheaper, independent power, to bring factories back to life. But here's the problem: these projects take time, years, maybe decades. And in the meantime, Germany must pay the price: rising debt, higher interest rates, already climbing to levels not seen in decades.